Hey, how are you? I swear they've made the font smaller. Hi. They have. They've made the font smaller. That's nice. So now I get to struggle with my phone the whole time. I'm glad you're doing well. I just got done doing my legs. I've been in the gym for probably an hour and a half. I haven't worked out in at least 3 days and I had a hard time making myself come to the gym, but I did. And I used I was procrastinating, and I knew it. I knew I was procrastinating. I knew what I was doing, and I really didn't want to come to the gym. But now, although it was a good workout, but I struggled. But now I'm starting to feel like I'm getting back to where I was, because I know I gained weight over the break, the Christmas holidays. But so be it. It's not the end of the world. I can always change and have tomorrow. So, and late days, as you guys know, most people don't like leg day. It takes a lot out of you. Thank you. It takes a lot out of me to do my legs, but it's worth it. It's worth every second. Thank you. There's actually quite a few people here. I thought the day after Christmas there wouldn't be that many, but there's a pretty good number of people here, and what I'm really surprised about is the number of older adults. When I say older, I mean over 65. To me, that's surprising. I saw one man that probably was in his 70s, and he was using what did I call it? I was going to call it a stroller, a walker, but it had wheels, and he had done a stationary bike behind me, and I wanted to tell him how proud I was of him, but he probably would think I was insulting, but I was. I admired him for coming to the gym at not only a very advanced age, but hardly able to walk, and yet he came to the gym and it put everything into perspective for me, because it's so easy just to feel sorry for yourself and think about the things that upset you and why you shouldn't go to the gym. Anyway, he came to the gym. He was much older, much worse off, and yet he came to the gym. So people do it. Hi, Chicago. How are you? I am on a stationary bike. It's probably my least favorite equipment in the gym, but it's good to have variety, and it keeps it fresh and exciting, for lack of better words, but that's really what the truth is. It's different. So I look forward to anything that's different and new. People around me probably wonder who I'm talking to. Yes, it is great for your mental health, most definitely. I was upset about something, and it definitely helps take my mind off of what I was upset about. No, I don't go to Planet Fitness. I go to Lifetime. It's what's close to me. And when it comes to exercise and making sure things happen, convenience is very important for me. And if it's far away, it's very unlikely I'll want to go. So I just chose the gym that was closest to me and made an investment in myself. Shows me this swiping hands all of a sudden, like I'm supposed to swipe. They used to teach group fitness at Lifetime. Oh, really? I've never come here when they're teaching fitness. I don't think that, well, no, that's not true. They have so many classes, there's got to be something I could do. Well, thank you. I've gained weight. I wouldn't weigh myself this morning because I knew I'd be upset. And that's dumb because a lot of it's just water weight, and I know that. But there's no reason to weigh yourself when you know it's going to show that you're heavier. I know I need glasses. I don't have them at the gym. And I changed phones, and I swear the font is smaller. Hi Joe, how are you? I have on my new, I'd show you, but I can't. My new my new, I was going to say Nike, New Balance. I love them. They're beautiful. Well, thank you. I was watching a live stream today, and I get really, I'm a very passionate person, and I don't like it when people are taken advantage of. Not just me, of course, but anyone. I don't like it. And I saw a woman live who was peddling, she was, to me, a snake oil salesman. She was peddling this Biosphere collagen, and she claimed that she was a certified nutritionist and a fat loss specialist. Anyway, I was real curious about her, of course, so I watched her. I watched her for about 15 minutes before I said anything. And I finally said, do you have your bachelor's in nutrition? Because she had no credentials whatsoever in her link tree. Yet she claimed she was a certified nutritionist. If she was certified, she would have had it up there. Anyway, she was selling this collagen. And I found it on Amazon. I read all about it. Total fraud. Completely misleading people, taking advantage of people. And when I asked her if she had her bachelor's in nutrition, that's all I said to her. She looked at my profile and then she blocked me because she knew that I was intelligent and she didn't want to have to deal with me. She knew it. So I couldn't believe she blocked me. All I said was, do you have your bachelor's in nutrition? And yet she claims she's a certified nutritionist. Yeah, right. She wasn't a certified nutritionist. She was a con artist taking advantage of people who are trying to lose weight. And I think that's terrible. I could do the same thing. I could get on here and say, oh, well, buy this Biosphere collagen and you'll have beautiful skin. You'll become trim like me, muscular. But I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't do that in a million years. What I would do is tell people where they could get the same collagen, but not at such an inflated price. Because there was some validity to it, some. However, the proprietary ingredients, they won't tell you, and so you don't really know what's in it. And I read a scientific journal about it, and they don't know if it's effective because they don't release any data as far as what's in the proprietary aspect of the list. Anyway, it just bothered me that she was trying to scam people. Some other people on the live were smart enough to see that she was a con artist, conning people. And she sure didn't look like a con artist. She looked like a nice lady. And I couldn't believe it when that happened, when she blocked me, because I simply asked her if she had her bachelor's in nutrition, like she claims. So, is there a fan? What is that? Never been on this machine. Let's see. In collagen type 2, there is a lot of evidence about it, and I do take collagen myself, a powder, but I don't try to sell it or promote it. And I always have an open mind. I don't think that just because I do something or have something that it's the best. I always have an open mind about learning new things and trying new things. Hey, I'm actually out of breath. Oh my gosh. I've been at the gym since 3 o'clock, early before that, and it's, what is it? The clock is on, I think it's like 5:20. Been here too long. Well, thank you. Thank you. Pretty wiped out. I ate so much food yesterday. I really let myself indulge. And this morning too. But it just shows you it's the 80-20 rule. What really matters is what you do about 80% of the time. And the other 20% of the time, there's a little room for error or fudging. Thank you. I haven't been to Austin in years. I'd love to go there. But I even had cookie dough for breakfast, which I do, I guess, once a year. And I thought it was the most wonderful thing in the world to eat that cookie dough. It was so good. That's what I'll remember. Isn't that pathetic? That's what I'm not serious. That's not really what I'll remember from this Christmas, but I do love food. Let's see, who's the moderator? Well, I wish this would make me sleep well. Maybe it will. I've only been on this bike for 15 minutes. It's not very long. No, the day's ending. I hate it when the day ends, when the sun goes down. I hate it that it gets dark so early. I feel like I'm cheated out of a day. But we've had the winter solstice, so now the days will start getting longer again. One day at a time. I actually am funny, but I have a very dry sense of humor, and I'm very kind of deadpan. And unless you know me, you probably wouldn't know I was kidding. Don't know how to do it. Don't know how to do what? You could join a gym and you could easily ride on a stationary bike too. You can do it. You can do anything you want to. You just have to make yourself. Hi there. Yes. Oh, my vision. Well, I'm glad I made myself come to the gym. Definitely. It's worth it. I feel a lot better. Yeah, it's hot. They have the heat on in this place. And I've been working out since 3 o'clock, so over 2 hours. But I normally don't take this long, but I had a hard time getting myself to even move around in the gym. I really had no motivation whatsoever. None. So I had to put on my best music, the most provocative music that I could find to make myself want to move and lift weights. So everyone struggles. You just have to have things in place, like a playlist, a music playlist. That's what I use, that I only let myself listen to when I work out. But if I didn't have my music, I couldn't have worked out at all. I might have done a few things, but I think I'm just exhausted, is what it is. May something turned. I'm sorry, I can't read it very well. Any favorite tunes? I like EDM. I like EDM from Germany. I actually like EDM from Russia and Greece. I like to listen to music from all over the world, but I need it to be fast to make me want to be active, because my natural tendency is to be lethargic and slow. So I'm really going against who I really am, because I've always been very lethargic and not wanted to do much most of my life. Just very little energy, low energy person. So I had to overcome that. What is important? Yes, I agree. Just to get yourself moving and back into the swing of things. It's not easy. It's not easy to motivate yourself. I don't do classes, or I want to exercise when I want to, not when somebody else set a schedule for a class. But I know that not everybody's like me. Some people like having a class to go to and having other people hold them accountable. I just don't. It's just my personality. I want to go when I want to go. I want to do what I want to do, not what someone else. But I know enough about working out, lifting, cardio, all of that I can. When I was a teenager, I used to go to aerobics class when I was growing up. And I remember I would get terrible shin splints from all the jumping that we used to do. And I didn't know a thing about exercise or working out or nutrition. I mean, I knew nothing. Absolutely nothing. So it's taken years, decades to learn. But So for people that are not used to it, they probably would do better with classes or having someone hold them accountable. I just never, that's not true. When I was really, really, really obese, when I was in the mid 200s, I did have a personal trainer help me. It helped me feel not so I just had this terrible feeling when I would go to the gym because I was so fat. I was so embarrassed and humiliated that I had let myself get like that. And when I had a personal trainer for like, I don't know, 3 months, 6 months, it helped me feel more comfortable about being in the gym. I already knew pretty much everything he taught me, but he helped me feel more like I belonged there, which was important to me. Well, you can always get back. There's no reason you can't go back to bodybuilding. There's no reason at all. Oh, about me being so fat. Yeah. That's the thing about me. I tried for decades. I lost and regained thousands of pounds. Thousands, because it was over decades. And I could never keep it off until I got into my mid-40s and finally figured out what would work for me as far as losing weight and keeping it off for once in my life. And it wasn't until my mid-40s that I started to finally be able to maintain the weight that I was losing. And it was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. And I've done a lot of pretty unusual things, but it was definitely because I was going against my own biology. My own biology is that of a very lethargic, sedentary, inactive. All of those are all synonyms, but that's who I am, really. And I had to really stoke the fire to make myself want to be active and force myself to get into a routine and make myself adapt habits so that I would always stay active. I did. And somebody's eating something. It smells so good. Thank you about writing my book, and I realized I need to stop putting so much pressure on myself to write it quickly. It's ridiculous for me to do that. I want it to be a really good, informative, accurate book, and it's not going to be that if I try to rush it. So I am going to take my time. Think about a lot of different things. Thank you. So many times people are not so nice, and it's been hard for me to get used to. But I see everybody goes through that, so it's not just me, of course. I said calor. Well, thank you. I worked my butt off is what I did. I sacrificed tremendously. I suffered. Do you ever see people that promote their weight loss programs that say those things? No, they don't tell you it's difficult, that it's painful, that you suffer. You never hear that. They just tell people what they want to hear. Oh, the weight will just fall off. Thank you for the rose. Just drink this and you'll lose 50 pounds. And when you're desperate to lose weight, like I was, desperate people do desperate things. Merry Christmas to you too, Colin. Hope you had a good Christmas. Or I should say holiday, to be politically correct. I think I'm going to stop. Yes, no, did I miss your comment or your question? I didn't see anything. I love sweating. It makes me feel good to sweat. Did I play at the... I don't know what that says. Did you play? Did I... What? I don't know what that says. I'm going to take a screenshot. Oh, I saw what you said. The Hills Have Eyes, that song. I love that song. You have a great day too, Colin. I hope you're doing well. And God. Funny but inappropriate. But it's funny. I have 3 sons, so I'm pretty tolerant. You know, I actually think of things like that too. I guess we all do. We just don't say it. It would be fun if we could hear everybody's thoughts. Wouldn't that be interesting? It would be very entertaining. There was a movie with, what was it? What a Woman Wants with Mel Gibson, and he could hear all the women's thoughts. They should do something like that again, but with a different slant. Yeah, abandon negative energy. Get rid of negative energy. The gym, leave it here. Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you. Thank you. So I've been on the bike about 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. And I've been at the gym for 2.5 hours. Too long. I could hardly make myself move when I first got here. I knew I was procrastinating. I knew I didn't want to come in here. It's weird when you're so introspective and so aware of what you think and what you do, and you're always analyzing your own thoughts. And Merry Christmas to you too, to everyone. I can't read it very well. Thank you for your kind words. I do have to do something about not being able to see my phone. It's pretty embarrassing. It's not embarrassing. I don't want to wear glasses, especially in the gym. And I thought I could. Does anybody know how to make the font bigger? Happy New Year, Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you. Join the club. Well, I don't accept it. I know none of us want to accept it. Thank you. But it's difficult to accept. You just have to find new ways to motivate yourself and keep going. Well, I think the same. I saw a guy in here that was live streaming. I don't know if he's on TikTok or not. I almost asked him. He's a really good-looking, built guy. Next time I'll ask him. Well, thank you. But I'm always afraid I'll offend people if they see me live streaming and won't want to be in it. And because I'm pretty respectful of other people and their, what they might or might not want. But I don't think that there are any rules. I've looked everywhere and I've seen other people live stream, so I think we're obviously allowed to, just not in the locker room, of course. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get off this bike. I did have a good workout. Thank you for saying that. I'm gonna look in the mirror. Nice meeting you too, Tommy. There's a class going on. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do.